Hello, guys. It's Monday. Welcome back to Cool Discussions. That's Chris. I'm Barry. It's time for headlines. Bam. Yeah. It's our favorite day of the week. We're going to make Mondays your new favorite day of the week. You're going to look forward to every Monday. Every Monday you're going to look forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be weird, isn't it? We're going to start off with some headlines here, guys. We're going to start off with the Canada Post. The Canada Post gave some notice to go on strike. I don't know if it's the carriers. I don't care. I think Canada Post is just a useless entity for our government to have and be paying for. But apparently I just heard today that they've agreed to stay working while they continue to negotiate. They were supposed to go on strike, I think, today or yesterday or something like that, and there was just news put out that they have agreed to negotiate more.
I think the union has realized just how non of an entity Canada Post is now, because
I was talking to some guys that I work with, and they were like, "Oh, Canada Post is online, all that stuff, online shipping." I'm like, "Don't you just use Pure Later or FedEx or UPS for that kind of stuff?" That's what I thought. I didn't think Canada Post was big into that. I thought
no, they do.
I know that they do it, but I didn't think it was like.
Well, okay, online shipping is the way things are going.
What do you get in your mailbox now?
Bills.
Flyers?
No, not even.
I get so many flyers.
Well,
do you guys...
couple months, I've actually gotten flyers, which is the weirdest thing in the world. Cause
do they come to your house and drop your mail, or do you have a central mail?
No, I don't have a central.
Yes, we have a central mailbox. I'll get flyers. That's it. And then every 4 weeks or 3 weeks, we get, here's a bill. Here's a bill.
Yep.
Get your 4 or 5 bills that you have every month, and then
that's it.
I don't even need them because I'm like, okay, well, I think I know how much they are.
Yep. Online. This I found very interesting. Apple has the technology to lock the cameras on your phone right now.
Ooh.
They can actually make it so the camera will lock up when you enter in a designated area, which is good for concerts.
Silly.
Just saying, it's good for concerts, private functions, things like that, where people don't want photographs or videos taken. But unfortunately, it's also being able to be used for, if you want to crack down, government wants to crack down on marches, protests, anything like that.
So gives government more power that they don't need.
It does. I thought, and the thing is, right now they have it. They have it in your phone.
Of course they do. Like, look at the technology we have. Like, look at the technology we just in an iPhone. I have an iPhone, so like, I suck the teat of Apple. I have an iPhone. I can send my location to somebody. I can, if I know somebody's Apple ID, I can see exactly where they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, just think about that technology that you have available to you, and imagine what the government has and their ability to do that. What they're probably tenfold over what they can do. Imagine Apple, a private company, can lock your phone, can lock your camera.
Okay, hold on. The government, remember, had that problem with trying to get into an Apple phone, so I don't think they're really that far ahead of...
Oh, I think they could have got into it.
No, they did.
So, I think they're farther ahead than people think.
No, but they did, but they had to go to a third party. Now, yeah.
It's scary. It's just scary to think about stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. So, an Indian rape activist was pictured taking a selfie with a rape victim. Now, the rape victim had actually given her okay for the selfie because she was really happy that this person was there with her in her time of need. But because the internet is the way it is, there was a big backlash about, why is she taking a selfie?
Put something on the
sad...
internet, it gets taken so many different ways, you know? So many different ways.
And that is the way it is, but she has actually resigned from her position in the rape, in the charity that she works for. She's resigned from the top position because she doesn't want to bring any undue negativity towards that charity, which is a good thing, but it's also a horrible thing because she was actually a really popular, really well-liked in the communities that she worked for. So it's a sad thing, and
You gotta watch what you do now.
We talk about this in one of the upcoming videos of staycations. One of the things that the Stampede is actually saying is don't do stupid things because they're going to end up on a camera.
Yeah.
The reason why this was it last year or the year before?
Within the last couple years, there's a video out there of a threesome in a back alley.
Yep. Near the Stampede grounds.
And this woman tried to start a career out of it. And
did she?
Yeah, she tried to. She started like a YouTube channel and all that stuff, and it failed miserably. It's quite comical, actually. When the video came out, it kind of made me laugh.
Now, in Canada, we don't tend to tolerate crap like that. So in the States, maybe she might have gotten her 15 minutes of fame.
Maybe, yeah. But up here, it was like... a while back, there was a judge who berated a sexual assault victim in his courtroom. I'm not sure if we talked about that or not. We may have mentioned it in one. Okay, we did not. We did not talk about it. Apparently, this judge used phrases like, "Couldn't you just keep your legs closed so he couldn't penetrate you?" and other stuff like that. So this judge is going to go to counseling to help make him a better judge. Well, I'm glad that he's seeking help for his idiocy and stupidity, but I don't think you can make it better.
No.
He should be fired. In the great words of Donald Trump, you're fired.
What a way to end up dying. Some man got killed in a Walmart parking lot scuffle. People aren't entirely sure what happened, but police, all they're saying is he ended up on the roof of a car dead. So what a way to die in Walmart parking lot. Now this one, I have an opinion. A woman filing for divorce from her husband is asking the court to include a $430,000 bond that the husband got after they got married, but it was from a court case from before they were involved. So the man, he was abused when he was a kid. He won the court case against the child molester, and it wasn't until like 10 years later that he was awarded a financial compensation, and at that point in time he was married. And the guy, he didn't want the money because as far as he was concerned it was dirty money, so he put it into a trust fund for a charity, and now the wife wants half of it in the divorce.
Isn't she entitled to half of it?
Well, I would say no. Although technically the money came in.
Prenup?
No. Even though technically the money came into existence while they were married, it was from a court decision before their time.
Yeah, but you can't go...
Again, my opinion is she shouldn't get it. It's his from something that happened to him way before they were... just my opinion.
She's entitled to it, I guess, by law.
By law, she is entitled to it, but
so,
the husband...
But he said he didn't want the money, so why doesn't he just give it all to her? I'm kidding. I wouldn't...
No, very, 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 very true, but he's trying to give it to charities like Little Warriors, right? So it can help them.
It's good. He should be doing that then.
Exactly. That's what he wanted to do.
Stupid, gritty bitch.
Ding! Wait... So, a popular YouTube personality has been found lacking in his moral compass. No, it's actually rather interesting. I didn't know this was as big as it is, but apparently betting for online matches, online competitive
is this CSGO?
Maybe.
I've heard about this, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Anyways, Counter-Strike, which is one of the most popular online games that goes on, people bet these one-of-a-kind weapon skins, which can be worth thousands of dollars.
$10K. I think this is the same thing that I've heard.
Now, this guy, he basically advocated for this online betting company But he didn't disclose the
That he
fact that
owned it.
he was the president and
he-
co-owner.
I think there was 2 people involved in
there
it,
was.
though. And they skewed matches and they skewed results in their favor. That's what I've heard. I don't know the whole
No,
situation.
and I heard that too. But they're saying no. But he's come out since then saying no matches were skewed. I apologize for not.
Of course he's going to say that, but he's not going to
Yeah,
admit to it because that's like fraud. You know what I mean? It's like when pre-Black Friday for poker in America, where in America they made online poker completely illegal.
Illegal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can't play online poker in America. Well, you can in a couple of states now, but there was 2 sites. There was PokerStars and Full Tilt Poker. Okay, PokerStars is still around. Full Tilt not. Okay, and the reason that Full Tilt isn't around is because the people who owned it, some well-known poker players, they were using the money that players deposited on for their accounts. They were using it for their own personal gain. They were never charged or anything like that. They've just come back into the live poker scene this year, and people were like, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Wow.
You know what I mean? And one of them even is like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Kind of not even owning it, not even doing anything about it. There's 2 guys that there's Chris Ferguson and Howard Lederer.
I've heard of Chris. That name actually sounds familiar.
He looks like, they call him Jesus because he looks like Jesus. He has long hair, wears a cowboy hat. But it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of interesting. Like, be wary of if you're putting money out there, be wary. You know what I mean? Make sure that.
Yeah. It's like when you donate to the charities, make sure you understand how the charity works so you know how your money is working. For example, the Clinton Foundation isn't actually really a charity or any kind of
the name
foundation.
Clinton, it
It's
should
just
be,
a bank account for the Clintons. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is kind of annoying because we've all probably heard some sort of similar story at some point in time. 2 7-year-old girls, on the behalf of their families, their family says, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, do this." They opened up a lemonade stand on a popular bike trail. A lady on a bike pulled up, and said, "Do you guys actually have a permit?"
Oh my God.
And the kids are like, "No."
A permit for what? Selling lemonade?
Yeah.
I know. I've heard about a lot of stuff like this.
Exactly. And the 2 girls were actually told that they have to stop selling lemonade because they don't have a permit. I've been hearing this in various cities around Calgary that kids are being told you have to have a permit. And
It's pretty silly. It's absolutely ridiculous and ludicrous that if you called bylaw or whoever you would call on kids selling lemonade, stop. Look yourself in the mirror and go, what am I doing?
Yeah, it's kids selling lemonade.
Like, they're trying to save up money for a bike, or they're trying to earn money for a bike, and they're learning it's hard to make money. Like, the parents are trying to teach their kids a lesson and teach them how to make their own money, and you got some dimple dork who has nothing else better to do with their time, but do you have a permit?
Well, the lady on a bike was an actual enforcement officer. And, she's like, "Do you have a permit?" They're like, "No," and she phoned...
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, the big problem they're saying is that, they might have been on, federal land, and it's like...
So?
Unless they were damaging property, you should just kind of leave them be. Like, I get it, you have to have permits or everybody else, and the dog is going to go, it's like, well, they don't need... It's
Let 50 lemonade stands pop up.
let
Who cares?
have fun as long as they're not destroying things.
They're not hurting anybody. It's just lemonade.
Unless it's really, really bad lemonade.
Well, yeah, but then they won't sell it because
Exactly.
people won't buy it.
Exactly.
They'll see dead bodies riddled across the bike path, and people will be like, I'm not buying that lemonade.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong here.
There's
We
something
should
wrong with
just
the
keep
lemonade.
going on.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about Facebook last week. I had some interesting things to say about that, so check it out. Facebook has developed a Wi-Fi box that is weatherproof, crash-proof, broken-proof. It's basically designed to be put outdoors so people have access on a 2G level.
24 hours a day, everywhere you go.
24 hours a day, everywhere you go. You can put it anywhere. And it is open sourced, so people can use it.
I love open source software. I love it. I love the idea of open source. I love it all because it's just great because it makes a product great because it gives everybody the ability to look at it and go, I can help improve this product.
Yep.
I can make it better.
And everybody can access it, whereas certain things like, Apple, Samsung, they have closed source. You look at it and you can't get into it without encryption.
Yeah.
And then technically once you break the encryption, you've now broken the law. So good on Facebook for trying to spread their influence around the world because their thought is that 4 billion people have no internet. We want to get it to them so they can be on Facebook. Way to go, guys.
Still, shame on you, Facebook, though, for trying to censor people. Shame on you. Not too much credit. Shame on you. Go check out the video on our YouTube channel, guys.
Yes. So in New Brunswick, a freezer truck full of lobsters was stolen.
See, in Canada, we don't friggin' rob banks.
Yeah,
we take the donut trucks and the lobster trucks.
Yeah. So
what's wrong with that? Come on.
So if somebody's trying to sell you cheap fish,
buy it.
Be a little fishy.
Don't ask questions. Just be like, man, I just got a great deal on lobster, and tell your friends about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't say anything. It doesn't matter. Just shh. That's all you gotta do. I'm not promoting any kind of robbery. Don't.
We're not, falling off the truck discount? No, we don't.
We don't know anything about that. Mm-mm. What is that? Falling off the... What are you talking about?
Wink, wink. Okay,
Send me some of those lobsters.
Young Edmonton pharmacist has been banned from being a pharmacist. He actually ran away to Singapore.
Wait, what did the government do now?
No, he didn't. The government didn't do anything. He actually stole. He created fake patients so he could steal 7,500 pills worth of various medications, which is funny because he actually paid for them. So
he didn't really steal them.
Well, he
paid for them.
Fraud.
But he fraudulently got
a hold of them. Which I thought was entirely weird about the whole thing, is he paid for them. It's just like, he paid for them? Yeah. He didn't steal them?
Oh, wouldn't you just steal them?
Yeah.
He had a little bit of a conscience, I guess.
Apparently he's been caught doing it before. He was on probation. So he still managed to do it while he was on probation. So he's in Singapore, or hiding. The Juno spacecraft has entered into the orbit of Jupiter, and we are going to start getting some really interesting pictures about Jupiter and some stuff.
It's pretty cool. It is. It's really cool. And it doesn't affect me because, my tax dollar doesn't go to NASA because I'm in Canada.
Yep.
But I think, really, couldn't we just leave it to the private sector and let them explore space? Because I think they would do it.
No.
I think they would. Oh, yeah, I think there would be... they're trying to build a spacecraft to go to Mars.
Yeah, okay. No. But, okay, that will have far-reaching consequences. This is why. Because when they get there, they're going to be able to plant their little flag and going, we own this. We own this. We own this. Which is exactly what settlers used to do back in the Western times in North America. They used to travel out and go, we own this.
Let them own Mars. Who cares?
Yeah, but it's going to come down to a future event when they start mining Mars for all these things, and this one company is going to own everything.
Good on Mars, then. But it's no different if the government goes up there and goes, we own Mars.
No.
It's the same thing, really. So,
but okay.
If there's a race to get to Mars and 10 companies get there at the same time, 10 companies own Mars, now there's a competition.
No, that's true.
Free market competition.
True, but a lot of free market isn't going to sponsor spacecraft just to go into space to look at things to go, ooh, this is pretty.
It's because it doesn't really do
it doesn't cost them money now. But this is why NASA is a good idea, because they will do stupid things.
I would like to know
that to further science.
Okay, but what does Jupiter? How does that affect me?
Because Jupiter is an anomaly amongst solar systems.
It's all a bunch of gas.
It's an anomaly amongst solar systems because it's one of the biggest gas giants in a solar system that they have actually found. And because ours is so big, it's pretty much like it can be a magnet for asteroids, so they don't all come towards Earth and pummel the hell out of us.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's cool. This space stuff is very interesting. Like, I followed this little Juno thing on the NASA website, on their NASA TV, and I watched it, and I thought it was interesting, it's cool,
Yep.
but at the same time I go, well, what's the big benefit overall? How does this further humanity? You know what I mean? It's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's cool to get pictures. Like, when you look at pictures of Pluto in 1980 compared to now, it's awesome.
Yeah,
You're
because the another spacecraft just went by Pluto and took some amazing photos. Like
we got that rover thing on Mars.
Crap.
I follow that guy on the Curiosity thing. I follow that guy on Twitter.
Oh,
thing
do you?
on Mars, and he sends back pictures and stuff, and it's cool. Like, it's really cool to think that somewhere out there, this thing's just roaming around on fucking another planet. Like, it's cool. Like, it's totally awesome. You know? Keep it up, NASA.
Yeah, good job. So our Prime Minister of Canada will grace the cover of a Marvel comic book, Civil War II. Choosing sides. It's him in a boxing gear, sitting in the corner.
I didn't know what it was.
ring.
I didn't know what it was. I was like, why is he... I'm like...
Why is he a cartoon?
Yeah, I was like, why is he a cartoon? Now I know.
Because Marvel put him there. And the Canadian Team Alpha Flight is behind him, getting his back. And I didn't know this, but apparently his father, Pierre Trudeau, also graced the cover of a Marvel X-Men comic in the 1970s.
Did you hear the crickets?
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Did you hear them? That wasn't a technical error. The screen did not freeze.
Okay, just two more. Here in Calgary, the Devonian Guardians are going to be closed for 5 months to fix a leaking problem since its big renovations back in 2012. It is going to cost a lot of money. And people don't understand why the Devonian Guardians were changed in the first place. Have you actually gone to it since right now? It is a piece of garbage. Did you ever go to it before?
I think I've been there a long time ago, so I don't remember what it looks like. But
I do remember it was very neat. It felt alive. This one just feels like it's a bunch of trees planted beside the food court.
Thumbs up to the city for that, eh?
Yeah, way to make the city of Calgary better.
Good job.
Okay, now, everybody is probably well aware of this by now. We have decided to wait to talk about it until, one, we know more about what is going on, and two, to see what has happened for the rest of the week. Tune in next week, because we are going to be talking about the shooting that has happened in Texas. It is a topic worthy of talking about for a little while. It is a major headline that is going on right now. And we
have not forgot about it, guys. We have not forgot about it. There's been 2 officers who shot unarmed. Well, not unarmed. Well, one unarmed. There's been a couple officers shootings and then one a sniper in Dallas. We are going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it this coming week. Next week.
Yep.
Next week. But for this week, we've got a new political party
in the States.
On the horizon, not just in the States, but potentially all over the world. We'll talk about that tomorrow on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, we're going a little bit lighter. We're talking about, because summer's around, we're talking about staycations. Thanks for...
tune in for the rest of the week to find out what we have to say.
And just another side note, guys, we're going to be trying out this Facebook Live thing a couple times. We film on... today's Friday because I got some plans this weekend, so we had to change it. But normally Saturday mornings, we will be filming. So we'll be Facebook Live on the mornings. So you guys can hopefully... We're going to figure it out. We're going to try to get you guys so you guys can interact with us live. You guys can comment. We can ask questions about the topics and stuff like that. There's a couple live videos we put on our Facebook this past Friday because today's Monday. Go check those out. Other than that, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, Facebook, Twitter, iTunes.